Happy Sunday, Blue Jays. Can they stave off elimination at home against the Seattle Mariners? Game 6 ALCS tonight, betting breakdown. Let's hop into it. We've had a phenomenal baseball playoff, just absolutely phenomenal. Swept the board back on Friday, had the day off yesterday, back at it. Toronto at home, Game 6. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Right now, Toronto minus $1.26 at home, plus 108 on the comeback for the Seattle Mariners. Now, your over-under is set at 8. Now, 74% of both bets and handle are going to the over, 26% of bets and handle going to the under. And what this all, there's been tons of runs scored in this series for sure. Trying to see when we're going to get that close 2-1, 3-2 ball game. Don't know if we'll see it with these two lineups. They've been incredible. Now, as far as the spread, it's virtually 50-50 right now. 54% of bets, 55% of the handle is on the Toronto Blue Jays. 46% of bets and 45% of the handle is on the Seattle Mariners. Now, let's hop into some trends. Mariners 6-3 straight up their last 9. But the Mariners, who I accused them all year of just only being able to win at home, has gotten hot on the road, 7-1 their last 8. And more importantly, head-to-head against the Blue Jays, Seattle Mariners are 5-1 straight up on the road in Toronto. Pretty amazing considering how tough Toronto is at home. Toronto 9-4 straight up their last 13. Now, let's talk over-unders, and it's a lot of over-talk here as these two teams match up in Game 6. The over has cashed 4 of the last 5 games for Seattle and 8 of the last 10 games for Toronto. Now, when these two teams are head-to-head, 9 of 10 have went over, folks. Head-to-head, 9 of 10 have went over. That's absolutely incredible. 4 of the last 5 for the Toronto Blue Jays altogether have went over the total. So, last 10 games as a home favorite, though, the Blue Jays have been tough. They're 7-3 straight up. Compared to the last 10 games as a road dog, the Mariners 5-5. But again, we talk about that over-under. Mariners as a road dog their last 10, 7-3 to the over. Again, just absolutely incredible what they've been able to do. And we talked about the Mariners have been tough on the road, 7-3 to the over, 8-2 at home. They've just been knocking the crap out of the ball in this one. Now, your pitchers for today, and that's really where it's at, is both these bullpens are obviously going to get some work, but you're hoping your starter can get you 5-6 good innings. Mariners got a good one on the hill. Logan Gilbert, 4-1 with a 2.81 over his last 5 starts. He's faced Toronto twice, one of them coming back earlier in the series where he only pitched 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those runs earned 2 strikeouts. That's the game Seattle excelled late in the game, crushed the Blue Jays 10-3. And then his other performance, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned 9 strikeouts. So a little bit of mixed bag there. Even though Gilbert's been tough, 4-1 with that 2.81 over his last 5. He has had some just questionable outings, not a lot of length facing the Blue Jays. So again, day off yesterday, good rest day for these bullpens. I think both of these managers are going to have very quick triggers. Obviously, Toronto is in an elimination spot. For Seattle, you got 2 shots to get this thing done. You've put yourself in a great position. And then we finally had a home team win a game, Seattle in Game 5. Trey Savage will get the call for the Blue Jays. 4-1 with a 3.86. That game that the Blue Jays lost, the same game Gilbert pitched in, Savage opposed him. Savage 4 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, folks, and only 4 strikeouts. He got bombed. Those 5 runs really, really hurt him. When you look in, again, whether you go DraftKings, FanDuel, all of them, they do a great job with these pitcher props. And again, we've had a ton of success on the props and stuff like that for the baseball playoffs, especially the last round. But when you look at the strikeouts, Gilbert over under 3.5, Savage over under 4.5. Now, if you want to take the over 3.5 at FanDuel for Gilbert, you got to lay $1.72. That's just nuts. The under is over 126. And then Trey Savage over under 4.5, juice minus 154 to the over. Now, not going to lie, I think the hardest thing to do in sports is win an elimination game on the road. It's just extremely difficult. I do think the Mariners are in the catbird seat because they got 2 shots at this, as to where Toronto's just trying to get to a game 7. And once you get to a game 7, as we know, no matter if it's baseball, whatever it is, we know anything goes at that point. You just got to get there. But I like the Blue Jays minus $1.26. I'm going to roll with them with a double unit. I know they beat up you Savage last time. I just think Toronto gets at least one in this series at home. But when I want to go back to those strikeouts. If you look at alt strikeout totals, because FanDuel does a really good job of this, DraftKings, Caesars, they all do a good job doing these little props. But alt run totals along with pitching props. So if you go with Gilbert and you put him down to 3 strikeouts, right now that's high juice. It's plus 580. I get that. But if you take that with him, again, we're building a parlay in real time here, and you took the Toronto Blue Jays on the alt run line, let's guess plus 2.5 runs, right? And then we talked about it's been over 9 of the last 10 games. But again, when you have these elimination games, players are really, really scared to make a mistake. Really, really scared. And so I think your pitching gets better and all that. So this is going to be a higher juice parlay. This isn't going to be one of those, hey, 3 teams, 6-1. Just throwing out something there for a half unit. Again, Blue Jays minus $1.26 for a double unit. But we're going to do this parlay. I want to do Logan Gilbert, alt strikeout total, 3.5 strikeouts. I want to take the Blue Jays on the alt run line, plus 2.5. I want to do the alt under, and I want to get it all the way up to 12.5, and just to get some breathing room on here. And then I want to do the Blue Jays, their team total over 1.5 runs. So they got to get to the 2 spot. Those 4 is minus 106. We're going to do that as a single unit. So again, Logan Gilbert, at least 3 strikeouts. The alt run line, Blue Jays plus 2.5, alt under 12.5 for the game, and Blue Jays alt total runs over 1.5, minus 106, basically even money. Single parlay on that, double unit play on the Blue Jays, minus $1.26. Click that like, hit subscribe. Check out NFL Sunday Night Football. Got the Falcons 49ers breakdown, 4 pieces of content every day. NBA coming starting Monday. God bless. Happy handicapping.